But we know what the biggest reason is. I ain't Shannon Sharp. It ain't GOAT status this way. My GOAT is Michael Jordan. 35,000 points, eclipsing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with over 38,000, ultimately 40,000, now 50,000, another all-star appearance, another 50-point game, whatever. Ain't my GOAT.
Yep.
Which leads, obviously, to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're watching it.
Yep.
We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, on fire. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass.
What's going on, everybody? It's Rick Von Ball. Do me a favor and smash that like button as we approach 40,000 subscribers. Air Jordan giveaway coming soon. Take a look at my community post for all the details. Now, we got to get into LeBron James finally addressing this whole Stephen A. Smith beef, and he kind of had to. Stephen A. Smith been on this whole press release, tour run, that's what LeBron said, pretty much this whole time milking this whole situation and saying that what he didn't want to address, but since the video surfaced with LeBron James towering over me, I felt the need to address it. No, you did not. You wanted to address this to get more ratings, more clicks, and I'm pretty sure the directors and the producers behind ESPN wanted you to do that. Why wouldn't they? So pretty much he's letting everybody know he doesn't even have an issue with Stephen A. He didn't have an issue with anybody in the media saying things about it when you're talking about him from a basketball standpoint. But when you start talking about his parenting skills, talking about him as a father, talking about his son, telling him to stop this in the media on some parental type things and duties, that's the issue. And that's the real issue. He pretty much alluded to Stephen A. going to catch wind of this Pat McAfee interview, which is pretty crazy that he gets to have this exclusive interview on the ESPN network, pretty much that Stephen A. Smith built. Brick by brick. For as long as you can remember, Stephen A. Smith has been the number one analyst pretty much for 100 years. And LeBron is coming on that very network pretty much crapping on Stephen A. Just completely crapping on him. Which leads, obviously, to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, on fire. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, it's... And like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whiteys on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're
dude, relax, bro. Relax. Seriously.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you kind of got to take LeBron at his word. I mean, the guy has been in the NBA for 20-some years. Didn't really get into any trouble, no bad negative press to the league, and didn't bring down the game in any way. The only thing that you can say is that the decision he decided to make this whole press release about him going to Miami, and pretty much Dan Gilbert finding out that way that no other general manager or team owner wants to find out. And pretty much just the way the regular public found out on TV, being sponsored by the Boys and Girls Club. But other than that, he's been a model citizen and a great ambassador for the game of basketball. So if he's telling you the only reason why he's coming at Stephen A like this is because he got at him as a parent and made him feel a way and felt the need to protect his household, as well as protect the NBA players, to keeping it limited to what they do on the court. Talk about what we do on the court. Don't start bringing all this other stuff that we're doing in our personal lives, things about our family. Talk about what we're doing on the court, and we all good. But Stephen A. Smith, he likes to play dumb. He likes to play silly. He definitely likes to gaslight. And we were just seeing on the report the other day from Ryan Beltran, one of the ESPN producers, saying that Stephen A. Smith is pretty much paid the big money and big dollars to be the angry black man on these networks, to be the angry black man on ESPN. You know, that's actually a thing. You know, a tag that a lot of black men try to shed just by going into these interviews, doing things to get further in corporate America. And you got a guy like Stephen A. Smith embracing the role and pretty much bringing light to the role, trying to crystallize and illuminate that role for dollars. And that's, I think, what's the true issue. So when he said, don't talk about my son, that is my son. Don't talk about my son in that way, telling me about my parenting and how Bronny is being parented, and talking about me and Savannah in that way. I have a huge issue with it. And I just think, like I said, everybody needs to really think about what he's done for the game. Has he ever even addressed Skip Bayless? And not in a negative light. People are saying that he didn't address Skip Bayless, but pretty much because he's scared of Skip Bayless. Are you serious? Why would you think this man worth over a couple $1 billion is scared of Skip Bayless? Skip Bayless made his entire career of LeBron James slander. He pretty much, anytime LeBron went to the finals, Skip Bayless was talking about that in a negative light. Anytime LeBron James didn't go to the finals, he was talking about that in a negative light, whether he won the championship or not. Those things were always drawing negatives to Skip Bayless. It was absolutely insane. Everybody knew Skip was trolling way before it became trolling. That's what Skip been doing. Skip been trolling way before trolling became a thing. Just go back and look at it, and he never said anything to him. So with this whole Stephen A. Smith beef, hopefully this is the end of it. I know this is not going to be the end of it. He just spoke about saying that Stephen A. Smith is going to pretty much catch wind that he's have this interview with Pat McAfee. He's going to get his ice cream. He's going to sit on the couch. He's going to have his tighty whiteys on. He's going to get so excited because now he gets to have a rebuttal, and now he gets to make another piece of content about it. And it's so funny. And it's cool seeing LeBron James just being able to have a heart-to-heart interview. It looked like there's no script going on. Clearly he's using some expletives. And he's able to just say whatever is on his mind and say what he want to say. And you know Pat McAfee is eating this up. For those who don't remember, Stephen A. Smith had a little back and forth with Pat McAfee, a little disagreement, a little argument, just because Pat McAfee has been getting these type of dollars that Stephen A. Smith just signed for, that 5 years, $100 million. Pat McAfee been getting this money. And pretty much ESPN doesn't own Pat McAfee. He don't have to do what they say. He does whatever he say, and they pretty much license his product. So Pat McAfee pretty much got the best of both worlds. He's able to do what he wants, say what he wants, and pretty much that's what Stephen A. Smith is trying to do now that he got a podcast. He just got a podcast. But Pat McAfee been doing this for years. So I would love to know what you guys think about this. Hit me up in the comment section. You already know who it is. It's boy Rick One Ball.